for this level of program, which is called as Idea Mastery, which is part of this Dumb Mastery. Dumb Mastery is keep your mouth shut and use your wisdom to talk only when you add value, right? And today, we are going to have something special. And one second. The topic is smart reasons for dumb tolerance, right? Once again, I'll put it on the board, but I would request all of you to, whoever is looking at this here, just give a thumbs up that you're able to see so that we can also see that you are there on screen. And the people who are seeing it online, you can send a thumbs up as a comment so that you're able to see that. All right. Wonderful. Right. To talk about this, let me invite our very own Dada. What is his smart reasons for dumb tolerance? That means, when do you keep your mouth shut with wisdom rather than speaking out on anger or anything else? Okay, over to you, Dada.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good morning to all the people who are watching this from all across the world. Probably now we have gone to multiple places right now. And to my beautiful Ant family and Fest family who are there with me today early morning, 7 o'clock to 7:30, it's kind of a place where we kickstart the day with a lot of power, a lot of thinking abilities, which other people are still getting up and squeezing out from their bed and taking rid of their blanket. But your brain starts to work 10 to 20 times faster than a normal human being. How cool is that? Just give me a high five. So in the next 15-20 minutes, you are going to go into this roller coaster ride where we are straightway heading into the idea mastery. Idea mastery is where you can generate almost like 10 ideas in just a few minutes. So today, the topic that we have is a very difficult topic for me to discuss. People don't like to talk about this. Sometimes people get embarrassed, and there are a lot of emotions. The lower self and the negative emotions are connected to this particular topic. So allow me to help you with a very fantastic learning that I learned from this book called as Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita in page number, the book that I have, it is 668 and text number 5 from chapter 14, which talks about this. There is only 3 modes when a person gets connected to any kind of materialistic thing, anything. And these 3 modes are goodness, passion, and ignorance. So whenever first time any human being gets connected to another materialistic things, any materialistic things around, these are the only 3 modalities by which people will get connected. I repeat, goodness, passion, and ignorance. This is text number 5, chapter number 14. All right, copy it from here. Now, why I'm sharing you this very particular information? Actually, how many of you guys, just by learning these 3 modes, you felt, wow, early morning, you're getting something which is the core of every business on this planet. Hello. Do you get my point? Anything that you come for the first time, you are ignorant. Then you start doing something else. You become passionate. And ultimately, the emotions and all those things flows out. In our life, there are so many incidences where we get connected to another human being or another person in our life. Yes or no? Correct? Some are good. Some are very good, right? Let's talk about the good part. And because of this goodness, you start to retain and adhere to their views, their perspectives, their emotions, and their reasons. Am I right or am I right? Good. So today we have a task which is going to probably help you to demystify your life in just few seconds, and that is going to happen right now. So your task, I think Coach can give the task to everyone, is to identify a person, whoever you are thinking right now. Okay, whoever thinking. Okay, don't write their names. It is okay. Don't write their names, but probably you can. How many of you guys have a face in your mind? If the moment I said this person, anyone has a face? Anyone has a face in the mind? Fantastic. Okay, so much of love. All right. So identify that person whom you had been or you are still tolerating in your life? You had already tolerated and you are still tolerating in your life. Yes or no? There has to be somebody. Might be in your family, might be in your neighborhood, might be in your community or office, or I don't know. Yes or no? So please, isko dimag mein rakho. Just keep it in your mind. Second thing is, give me 5 attributes of such person. Okay, just do that. 2 words, 1 word, chalega. Just type it, quick. Okay, just give me 5 attributes of this guy. Now you know whom I'm talking about. I'm sure your mind has gone back and identified out of so many people you have. So you have your contact list in your mind and you've got this person's photo. Give me 5 attributes of this guy quickly. Okay, this fellow is like this and this. I'm asking only 5, but all of you guys, bhadas itna hoga ki 50 nikla aega. Yes or no? Okay, I know it is very easy, but just give me like, okay, opportunist, self-righteous. Okay, give me more. Come on. Okay, write down 5 points. It can be 1 word, 2 word. Don't write huge, long sentences. And people who are watching this, you can also do this. This is a gym. It's a mind gym. The more you do, the more you learn. Cunning, very anger, short-tempered, good. Chalo, come on. Taking easy on relationship, good, man. Okay, I love this. Now, Abhijit has given almost like 5 points. Limited thinking, adamant, self-centered, impulsive, revenge lover. Narrow thinking, good. Give me more. Very negative, manipulator. Manipulator, good word. Liar, sarcastic, closed mind, lower fellows, narrow-minded. Awesome, good. कितने भड़ास भरे हुए हैं यार आपके अंदर. Give me more. Come on. Oh, cheap acts, bad jokes, annoying, cunning, selfish. Fantastic. Okay. Now, I think people, you guys are into the flow stage now. I mean, you are ready to fight. These are the reasons. But why are you not fighting? Unorganized, careless, short-tempered, negative. Very good. Yes or no? You are into the flow stage, right? Bhada se pura, you have all these things. Jail rahe ho aap. Tolerance is the other word of jailna. Yes or no? Just give me a high five. But instead of fighting, why are you tolerant? Did you get my point, sir? Instead of fighting, pura gand bhara hua hai. There is so much of negativity, but still there is something that is holding you. There is some expectation which is beyond. Yes or no? Yes or no? Good. Chalo, abhi iske bare mein acha hi likho. Like, come on. I know there's a tug of war in your mind. Why are you still holding on to this relationship? Why are you still tolerating this person? Now give it to me. Okay, is it a good one? Is it a good tug of war now? Okay. How many of you guys are jellifying your bosses early morning, Monday morning? Yeah, again, I have to see this fellow's face. Yeah. Yes? Has anyone been through that relationship? Okay. Official relationship? Okay. Yeah. I remember when I was in school and I used to hate the school bus driver. But whatever it is, I have no other option. I had to jellify him from the remaining 10 years of my life. Every day morning, I have to see that fellow. Even though I didn't like him, he was very, very strong disciplinarian. And I think he was good in his part. But my bus driver, the person who used to take me from my home to my school every day, oh man, 10 years. I was like full of curses, but I could not do anything. So that was my tolerance about him. Anything. Okay, good. So goodness, honesty. Okay, these are all the part. Okay. Now you are tolerating this guy for what? What is something that you are expecting beyond that? I mean, today you are tolerating this guy. In spite of all the pain, all the harsh things, you are still holding on to that relationship. Good point? Yes? Hello? Why are you tolerating? Give me that reason. Why are you tolerating? I was tolerating that driver because I had no other options. Okay, I have to listen to him because I don't have an option. There is only one bus. Okay, and there was no buses after that. Yeah, so I stay in a very remote place. I used to stay in a remote place and difficult for me to go with a cycle or, my father cannot put me there. So that's why. Okay, give me something good. I think this type of people are either deprived of love, respect, or whatever. That's a different thing. Okay. Maybe the person is helpful in near future. Maybe there is something good will come from this guy in somewhere in future. Yes or no? There is a little bit of hope. There is a little bit of something. You also have a selfish intentions also. Why are you with this guy or this person? Because there is something deeper. Yes or no? There is something deeper. There is something more meaningful. Many a times I'll tell you, when I started my journey for the second time, and I was like following up on my businesses, there are many such kind of clients. I was really tolerating them. It was a pain. Every Friday they will ask me for a presentation, and my Saturday and Sunday will be killed. Anyone like me? Hello, give me a high five. Every Friday, whenever I meet them, my Saturday, Sunday is gone. And I used to hate them. But at the end, I can't do anything because they were my source of income. So I had to tolerate whatever Tom, Dick, and Harry, whatever he said, I need to listen to them. Anyone like me? Are you guys getting this? Yes? You have got some clients, and there are certain clients who are giving you monthly subscription based, or what do you call this, a little part of the money which comes to you on a monthly basis. I call it a subscription learning. There are many other terms to it. So that's my source of income. So I have to tolerate them. There was a time, today I don't tolerate, I don't like, Tata, bye-bye. But there was a time I was tolerating them because it was a continuous revenue which was coming. So there was a business expectation from this guy. Might be my expectation was to get a new client or a word of mouth or reference. And that's the same reason I was just connected to such kind of a happy community. I was not happy, but I was trying to become happy in that. Hello? How many of you guys got today's topic very clear? Very, very clearly? Fantastic. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, by the way, session over. Session over. Okay. Now, let me tell you. Yeah, I think there are a lot of information coming out. Okay. If you guys are getting powered up and geared up with this topic, I would like you guys to comment who are watching this on YouTube or Facebook, share a kind of a new CLA video or reply back about this particular topic, because in our life, we all have expectations. Yes or no? Some expectations. And when these expectations does not match, then one guy gets frustrated, other guy gets into the tolerance mode, debate starts, discussion starts. From here only, all the tension, frustration, and relationship, quarrel, fighting, crime. Yes or no? This is all, it starts from here. And when you start tolerating, what exactly happens? How long can you tolerate? What is your threshold level of tolerance? What will happen if you lose your tolerance? These are some of the questions that probably would have perplexed me, perplexed you. And you also know, many people tolerate because they know what bad can happen if you are not into that relationship. Yes or no? You are just tolerating because of that. Sometimes you tolerate not for yourself, but for the well-being of somebody. I have seen in many relationships, just because of the kid, both the parties are still talking terms. Yes or no? Just because of the kid. Otherwise, they don't even would like to see their faces. Right? So in business, let's talk about business. How long can you tolerate such kind of a customer, such kind of a client, such kind of a relationship, such kind of a give and take mutual understandings? So I think a beautiful thing is there in business terms, and I mean in my business at least, every relationship there is the kind of a contract. Yes or no? Business is all about putting that relationship in between. It changes from contact, a normal contact, to a contract. That R stands for relationship. And this is so powerful because in business, you have something called as an exit policy. How many of you know this? You have an exit policy. But in life, I don't know we have an exit policy or not. But definitely, there are 4 decisions are always there. So this is the transcendence I would like to give it to you guys. There are 4 decisions of such kind of relationships. 1, whatever it takes, you want to repair it, you want to go through, you want to make it powerful, you want to prolong that relationship. That is rule number 1. Okay, that is option number 1. Option number 2, little bit of adjustment. Okay, I will give this part, you give this part. So some adjustments, and this tolerance level goes into a much more higher dimensions. But still you are trying to adapt, you are trying to adhere, and you are trying to see what beautiful things can come out of it. Still you do not want to 100% go through and be into their expectations, but you are now changing up. Okay, if not A, then B. The third one is called as power of patience, where you are just holding on for the right moment. But if you get the right moment, tata bye bye. Yes or no? There are many people I know, you are just holding on for the right moment. And if that right moment is gone, probably you will never look back into that relationship. The business relationship, personal relationship, spiritual relationship, any kind of community relationship. And the last one is called as U-turn. U-turn, whatever it is. Abhi kya karna hai, yahi hai. Ab to this is for me. Yes or no? Did you get the 4 points, 4 decisions? First decision, so tata, bye bye, you leave. Second decisions, okay, we will try to adjust. Third decisions, I'm waiting for the right time. Fourth decisions, whatever it is, let me continue. Kya karte hain? Ab ho gaya to ho gaya. Okay, fine. So now, this is, I think, a better transcendence. With that, I would like to open up the screen today, and I would like to invite some 4 to 5 people to share about how did this topic help them to enlighten in their personal journey, in their professional journey, might be in their communal journey or spiritual journey. So write down your names. Those people who are new, you can write down your names. We'll give you the first chance to talk about it. Those people who are listening, those people in YouTube, you can still contact back. You can write on the comments as well. So write down your names, guys, and let's bring in some other side of that element. How did this particular session make you feel? And I will tell you how it is going to work in your business after I've listened to this 4 or 5. So with that, let's open up, and Deepak, you go first. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning. What I saw was it was a contrast between, there was a tug of war between the decisions what we make. Initially, you shared something like what you want to share about the wrong one, and then you made us to think about the right way of, or whatever the approach you have towards the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So this tug of war was like very difficult to make decisions, and it was spontaneous. And एक अच्छा ही दिख रहा है तो एक बुराई भी दिख रहा है simultaneously. So that was like, and there is an exit point. You said we can have exit point for everything, but somewhere down the line, the relationship goes on for a longer period. That wins many a times. So like I have a friend who is 35-year-old relationship we have, and he is the one, whenever I say like in the midnight also I can call him and wake him up and make him run for me. That is what it is.
Yep.
Thank you, Dada.
Thank you.
Creating this.
Good realizations. Okay, next person.
Hi, I'm Divash here. The topics are so fascinating from as because Dada gives us first the roller coaster type. Means go to the negative, then come to the positive, and the mind is running everywhere. And finally, what I want to share is the thing we tolerate these people. First is our expectations. Next is the fear that they will create some other problems in future. So we go on tolerating this. That's my view. Thank you.
Good. Hidden fear and hidden desire. Hello. Okay. So this is called as the HD lifestyle. So that is the transcendence for today. I was waiting for someone to talk about this. So hidden fear and hidden desire. Okay. So it's a happiness in one side and it's a despair in other side that gives you that lifestyle. Good. Next person, please go ahead.
Yeah. So Dada, one thing I realized is that we don't have much to do in our life. We have to adjust, and unless and until we increase our worthiness or serving attitude, we we don't get to increase our scope of maybe earning, so that we can become independent, so that we don't have to tolerate all this.
Good, good. You're coming close. Okay, you're coming close. I'm going to disclose this, why we are talking about this topic. Very, very close. Yeah, next person. We'll end with this person. Okay, go ahead.
And Dada, what I have seen in life so far is that sometimes a person might not, no person is 100% bad in all aspects. There are some good things in them. So keeping a positive side of the whole thought process to it, look at the bright side is also some of the habits for a good reason, because sometimes we get entangled in the dilemma between dharma and adharma of our own. We expect mercy from others when we do a mistake, but we are not ready to do the same thing for the other people. And sometimes we look at them as ignorant rather than being intentionally, willfully bad. So in such cases, the benefit of keeping them in our life is something we opt for. This is something I realized.
Okay. So sometimes we know there is a hole in the ship. That doesn't mean that the ship is not going to sink, right? So the ship is designed to float, but a small hole can do all the disaster. So thank you so much, and let's mute up people. Just to give you an idea, what is going to happen when you learn about this topic. So just understand what happened today. Okay. So in this entire topic, today's session is divided into 4 different parts of psychology. The first one was more of identifying that one person rather than many person. But the moment I started talking, you had got multiple names and multiple faces in your brain. Am I right or am I right? Okay. Then you started to sort off. And you sorted not because of my words, but because of your connectivity and your frequency of facing this person in your life. The intensity of your emotional connections gave you this particular name or this particular face of this person. Yes or no? Okay. So the third thing what happened is, the moment I said, somehow up isko jhel rahe ho, and give me the reasons for that, man, people started, did you see? The chat went like a railway thing, zrrr, like everything. And people started to talk about all the things. So please understand, these are some of the things which are your expectations that has not been met. Am I right, sir? Your expectations. But my question is, have you spoken to this? Have you created enough environment? Have you given enough resources? Have you given that indication that you are expecting this? How is the other person going to know that you are expecting? So many times I've seen, and I think I'm a part of that victim also. The person comes from office and throws out the bag and he sits and he's shouting. Did you tell the people at the home that you want a coffee or a tea? Did you tell them that you have already arrived and these are the kind of list of things that you have to do? Hello? In our day-to-day operations, in our business, okay, just to give you an idea, in our business, we have a lot of people who are coming in, but this kind of tolerance happens when the expectation is not met. So expectation can only be met only when there is a clarity in communication. Now I'm teaching you the other side. Okay. So if you are expecting that this new joinee has to work with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, have you given him enough information? Have you given him the resources? Have you given him the training? Have you given him the directives? Have you given him that point that, okay, you are stuck here, you need to go and talk to this guy? Hello? Whose fault is this? It's all our fault. Yes or no? In the relationship also, you have a problem and you are tolerating this person because you have some expectation. So I think at the end of the day, it is about who we are. We design our surroundings, our environment, our relationships, everything based on our way. And I think the clarity of communication is something that is the power. Now connecting to Pinaki's point. If you are looking, okay, you don't care about communicating, why should I teach him and train him and you're going to figure it out, okay? If you are really going to be adamant, I think adamant, saying, I don't know, it is a good character or not, but I think when you have that power, the power is called as an authority. Yes or no? Okay. What is authority? Authority is the power to say no, where you do not tolerate. There was a time when I had to tolerate my customers. Today, even if you pay, sorry, take your money back, tata bye bye, I don't want to work with you. Simple. So that comes only when you have multiple things. One, you have financial confidence. Hello. Point number one, when you have financial confidence, I've never said financial freedom. I don't think so that word actually exists. But financial confidence is when you can make 1 rupee and you can make it large. That means you know how to make somebody take your services and get a result out of it, and then you scale it up. So that is the financial well-being. Number two, when you have your own structure and systems and processes by which you know that this is going to be working on. You have a clarity of communications. And this is something that I call it as the 5-star protocol, where you have clarity of resources, clarity of communication, clarity of training, clarity of giving the support, and you are creating that environment for the other person also. Yes or no? Did you get my point, sir? It's a little deeper. So in your business, we are just trying to find out this guy, but it doesn't happen unless and until you have all these pointers. So authority comes only when you get into that shoes of an authority, when you start learning about this. And this starts with something in business, which we call it as the buyer's persona. How many of you have heard of this word from me? The buyer's persona. There is another word, some people call it as client avatar. Some people call it as ICP, ideal client persona, right? And we start learning about that. So in the session of Fest, we go probably around 20, 30 times deeper into it, finding out who is this guy, what is his age. See, Facebook and Google, they have taught you some kind of an information called as demographic, psychographic, sociographic, and many other things. But when you learn about 20 times deeper about their mind frequency, where these guys are, how they react, what are their emotional challenges, how many of you have gone through the ATM pyramid, where you learned about the emotions behind different kind of strata of human beings? Hello, just give me a high five. Do you remember that? The ATM pyramid? Yeah. So you will learn that these are certain emotions which goes behind every business. So how do you understand that? How do you validate that? For that, you need to have a very, very close understanding of people's personas and behaviors and psychology. So here, I would like to open up to those people who are watching this on YouTube and all. This is something which typically is very difficult for one person to learn if you don't get into a community like this, where you are role-playing with each other, understanding each other, talking to each other, practicing the business of that highest level, and you are understanding what can go wrong, what can go correctly, what can be tolerating, how to take over that. So these are business dynamics, which is typically not possible by just reading a book. Do you agree, sir? Not possible. So business happens only between human beings to human beings. It does not happen between animals and insects, right? At the end of the day, there are two human beings going to talk. Whether you call it as B2B, B2C, B2G, B2M, B2, whatever it is. Any business, it's human being to human being. And to learn about this psychology, I think the best part is when you go and meet, interact, learn about people's emotions every day. Every day. Yes or no? Because these emotions are the reasons that take triggers that changes their behavior, which we call it as the client behavior or consumer behavior. Yes or no? Every day it is changing because of certain things, because of probably certain new ideas. If you are not willing to learn from that, we are not willing to adapt from that, I think then we have a problem. So when you get into that Fest mindset, we call it as the Fest mindset, where you can think 10 to 20 times more than a normal human being. Number two, you can also do certain things which a normal human being cannot do. For example, sitting with a focus for more than 5 hours to 10 hours and finding one topic and clearing that topic on that particular day, whatever it takes. When you have that kind of a grit, I think this is not possible unless and until you get into a high level or high frequency or ultra high frequency of people who are here. Unfortunately, we are just only a handful of people, might be around a very, very, not even 200 people also. But this is something where we're increasing our dynamics, where the business deals and the sizes are not just around lakhs, but getting into crores. But yes, we don't flaunt, we don't show off. There is a reason, because I think that's what one of the human behavior is, to stay humble. So with that, I would like to end today's topic. If you have any other things, any other realizations, if anyone wants to share, we can give you an opportunity. So I think we still have 2 minutes left. If you want to share about what did you learn today, any kind of realizations, specifically for new people like Bhandari and Mr. Milan, we would like to open up, would like to share anything. It is live in a national forum. Anything that you feel, okay, absolutely, you can go ahead and talk. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
So I just like to share my experience. So I had a boss, I tolerated him. He was a French boss. And, I actually, guided him in so many ways. And I knew that, he's learning from me. It was the other way around. And our company mostly were comprising of Indians. And there were a few foreigners. But this guy liked me. He learned a lot of things. And he was taking my guidance. And including his appraisal, once he was on a holiday, he sent, can you fill up this, because, most of the stuff was coming from my department. So end of the day, I was like working, after I quit, I realized that he was taking full advantage of me because he used to present that as if it is his idea, this thing. And he never gave credit, where I was not like that. So any of my team leads did something, I used to give them credit, put them on the mail, and this is done by them, and congratulating them that they're finished. And, this was so, it was a bad patch that he was replaced by a different CFO. And because we are going for an IPO, so he was not, he didn't know about too much about the markets and all. So the PE firm replaced with the German CFO. And when the German CFO came, this fellow, he had 6 months time within the company just for the handover and everything. So this fellow tried to take my job when he was inside. So things turned in such a manner. I was a director in almost like 72 companies, and I was taking big risk. And I used to say that I don't want to take all this in so many companies, because corporate secretarial was reporting to me. I used to manage so many companies.
Right. So how does today's topic give you and ignited so much of stories?
Yeah, so what I want to end up with, finally I put my foot down. I said no. And then I came out, and something started doing on my own, and just to keep my mind very clear and uncluttered. So I started pardoning him in my meditation and all the things, because that was actually eating my brains a lot, and it was hurting me a lot. So what it did to me. So I started pardoning him, and I started blessing him. That's how I got out of it now. So I don't not I want to keep in touch with him.
That's okay. No problem. Absolutely fine. Thank you for sharing so much, Mr. Bhandari. I would also like to tell you the reason of most of the startups is called as a business intolerance. Do you know that? How many of you know this? The reason of many startups is because this gentleman, which has the nice, amazing, high level of thinking capacities, either he is not able to tolerate the other guys in the existing company, or the existing guys are not able to tolerate his ideas. And there is a mismatch. And ultimately, he starts on his own. How many of you guys have found out such kind of people? Great. So let's listen to Milind sir, and probably we'll end up our sessions. Go ahead.
Hello everyone, and it's very, very good morning to everyone. When this exercise has happened, my learning from this is how I, face this situation. Every one of us has faced this situation that, there are several people we feel that, we cannot tolerate with them. I learned it this way that, like when I say that I can't tolerate with these many people, there are more number of people who can't tolerate with me. It is, better that, like when we feel so, there are many people who feel about you also. So let's, remain neutral and deal with everyone with the aspect or with the, objective, and get out of it. Don't keep any memories of the people, bad memories. वैसे ही मत रखो तो अच्छा रहता है. And so that's how I lived my life. And it was, today morning session, I could not get this opportunity to speak this for a very, very long time. Thank you very much for, giving me the opening. Thank you.
Awesome. Nice. So there is a beautiful thing, rich people forgive, poor people fight. Hello, I repeat, rich people forgive, poor people fight. And that's why in FEST, we also teach you also the structures, of arigato money, gratitude. We don't get into this manifestation and affirmation on these things, but we do something where this is my statement. If you want to grow faster in your life, many of you guys might know my backend story. I feel there is a beautiful sentence. It's called as the F principle. F, fantastic. So it says, forgive, forget, fast forward for fantastic future forever. I repeat, forgive, forget, fast forward for fantastic future forever. I think that is one of the fastest way you can grow in your life is when you, okay. And the good thing is when you don't even think of this person, okay, because he goes beyond that scope of it. And that's why you have to learn in your life. It's like a rocket, okay. There are people who are like boosters, boosters. The rocket has an extra supporting, that gas kind of thing. So these boosters can go and push you only to this much, but after some time they need to detach because they are designed to detach. But a rocket is designed to go to a higher altitude. So please understand, there are people who are going to be pushing you hard, pushing you against the gravity. It's going to be very difficult. Yes or no? Just lift up 1 kg of load. It will be very difficult. But these people actually give you that boost to go to that level. But at one point of time, you cannot take them to the next level. They are not designed. Only the rocket will go and other people will detach and come back to the base. Yes or no? But there is a point. There is a catch. For that, you want to be the rocket or the booster? Okay. Choice is yours. You want to be the rocket or the booster? If you want to be the rocket, then you need to also have your own fire in your back. Did you get my point? So if you want to be the rocket, you need to have your own fire. So today, I want you guys to make a note of finishing this task of anti-procrastination pill. That is going to be the fire. That fire is about you finishing this task, getting this task completed, because this is not only saving you, but I think business is a great karmic activity where a solution is given to a person in need. Yes or no? 2023, customer is the king. Yes or no? No. Customer is the patient. He needs your solutions and services. Just imagine if you are able to heal somebody, if you are able to relieve somebody of a problem, I think you are doing a great job. I think business is an amazing religion. Do you agree, sir? It's an amazing religion where you are always trying to do this karmic activity of solving somebody's problem, taking somebody's pain, taking that discomfort and giving them the right directions and whatever they were looking at as a relief or a desire, that hope that they had, and you are giving them their expected things. I think that's a very, very great, amazing frequency. With that, let's pause today's session. I hope this session has given you new mileage, new thinking, new dimensions. It's like a book, 1 book a day. If you want to come here, it takes a lot of time for me to design all these things. And I expect all of you guys, if you are connected to YouTube, agar acha laga ho to dobara dekh lena. I'm not asking you to like or share and subscribe. It automatically aana chahiye. So this is where you are going to be. Aap kya dekhte ho? Depends. I mean, decides your destiny tomorrow. Yes or no? Whatever you are watching today, are you watching something which is meaningful, connective, giving you something you can implement it right now, or you are watching something that is just time pass? Choice is yours. You want to do the time pass thing, then probably a time will come when there will be no time. And I think the biggest realizations and the biggest regret happens when you don't have time. Check it out. The biggest regret, I'll tell you, many people I know, they are getting into some jobs and they're preparing and they regret because they don't have extra age left to apply for those jobs. Some of the biggest regrets I have seen in hospital. My background went, for many years I was working in healthcare. And when people are in deathbed, biggest regret it, kash main thoda sa time de pata. Kash, kash means maybe. So today you have time, today you are living. Spend some time with your family. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with your passions and hobbies. Everything will come back. Money, you can make it again. But time. So with that happy note, I would like to end this session. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Bye-bye.